What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the week's hottest topics. This is number 19, and this is for the week of, what week are we in? October 18th through the 23rd. Not a lot has gone on this week, but some stuff that we definitely want to talk about. So without further ado, let's get into what's hot in this week. All right, you guys. So the first thing that I want to discuss is the presidential debate, the final debate between Joe Biden and YSAP. So they had the debate last night, which was Thursday. I'm recording this Friday morning before I go to work. And the debate was the debate. It didn't leave me with the anxiety that the last one left with, but I think the reason why it didn't leave me with anxiety is because I had went and voted earlier Thursday afternoon. Actually, I went home Thursday morning and I voted, and it's a wrap on that. Voted for Joe Biden. I'm going to encourage you guys to get out and vote. I'm not going to tell you guys who to vote for, but I am going to encourage you guys to get out there and vote, 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 vote. Now, this debate, I will say that, it was a little bit better than the last one, although I never did see them use the mute button that they said they had, because Trump would overtalk Biden. He would overtalk the moderator at times, so I never saw that used, but whatever. The debate was better, and that's, I think, a lot of people are saying that they feel like Trump did better than Biden, and then other people are saying that they think that Biden did better than Trump. I agree. I think Biden did definitely better than Trump did, because there were some things, like, it was, at times I felt like he wasn't listening to the question that was being asked. Like, the one about race in America. He never answered that question. He talked about Joe Biden's 1994 bill that he did, and I'm like, that's not what she asked you. Then she asked him what would he say on Inauguration Day to the American people who didn't vote for him, and he's yet and still talking about what Joe Biden will do. She asked you, what will you say to the American people who didn't vote for you? And then, he's talking about he's the least racist person in the room. I think the exonerated five would disagree with you and call you the most racist person that they know. But that's neither here nor there. He was talking about he has prepaid taxes. What else there was a lot of, most of the shit he was saying was just straight up lies. I'm just like, really? But that's what you come to expect when you think of your stupid ass president. That's what you guys. That's what you think of when it comes to him. Nothing but a bunch of bullshit and lies. And speaking of the election, you guys, like I said, once again, you guys just get out there, vote. I'm not telling you guys to vote for Trump or Biden. Vote for who is in the best interest of you and your family. If that happens to be Trump, that's what it is. I'm not judging or anything like that. The thing that I do have a problem with is I've saw on social media where it's been some landlords and some employers telling these people, because I saw one that said if Trump doesn't win, the re-election, that people could be losing their jobs, and I'm like, but if he does win, your job is safe. And then I saw one where it said, if he is reelected, their rent won't go up for another 2 years. But if he is not reelected, that rent is going to go up. And I'm just like, you do realize that, number one, that's bribery. Number two, that's voter intimidation. And then they said, we're not telling you who to vote for. Technically, you are telling people who to vote for. If you're telling them, if Donald Trump stays in office, you're fine. You have a job, or if he stays in office, you have somewhere to live. But if he doesn't, you got to worry about where you're going to live, and you got to worry about where you're going to work. That is you telling someone to vote for Trump. Like, it amazes me the lengths that people are trying to go to make sure that he stays in this presidency, which, under normal circumstances, I would definitely say let a sitting president stay for their full term. But with this sitting president, I can't say that, because I said that with George Bush, and I wasn't even old enough to vote at that time. My mom was voting, and I was like, at this, because when he was running in his second term, I was like, shit, he's already. I mean, he hasn't done he hasn't done much in his first term. Why would you give? Why would you then want someone else to come in and try to clean up the mess that he's made? Which President Obama did that after his last term in office. So, but with this dumb fuck, he got to go. For me, he has to go. I just cannot deal with him. I'm over him. He's just exhausting. He's draining, and he's a bumbling idiot. All right, you guys. So let's move on from that. All right, you guys. So the next story that I want to talk about is this Jeffrey Toobin from CNN. Now, I didn't know anything about this story until I think it was Tuesday. I think I was watching. I was watching The View. Yes, I watched The View. I watched The View every day actually since I've been home. I watch The View because I leave it on ABC and I just watch it. And I didn't know anything about this story until Whoopi mentioned it, and she was asking, the ladies, what do they think about it? I know Sunny said she's worked with Jeffrey Toobin, and I know she went to Sarah Haynes, and Sarah just had the giggles talking about this situation. And I don't blame Sarah. People were clowning, talking bad about her on social media. I don't care. It's not funny, but at the same time, it is just like, what the fuck? So Jeffrey Toobin, he was having a Zoom, meeting with some of his co-workers, and a homeboy was on camera going to town on his meat. I mean, he was just going to town, and I'm just like, how? I know how, but why? Like, I get you probably been on this meeting for a long time. Like, I actually last week with my job, we had a Zoom meeting, and luckily for me, there's no camera, but I wasn't doing anything anyways. I was actually listening to the call, but we don't have any cameras on our computers. The people who are presenting to us have cameras. Like, are you a Zoom call? Now, even with me doing YouTube, like, you guys can only see the top half of me. Like, you don't know what I have on the bottom, which I do have on shorts. I have on my gym shorts, and I have on some sandals. But you guys will never know that unless I tell you what I have on. Because, again, the camera doesn't pan down that far, and I don't want the camera to pan down that far. But I don't know. And I know he said he didn't think that people could see him. If your camera's on, I'm pretty sure people see you. Like, are you? I don't mean to laugh, but it's amazing that, damn, you couldn't wait, like, maybe you couldn't wait till the call ended. Maybe that was a thrill for him, the thrill of probably getting caught. I don't know, but damn. Wow, you are on a Zoom call playing with yourself. Okay. That is interesting. Jesus. You on a Zoom call just going to town. Oof. Let's move on, you guys, because he is suspended. I don't know if they're gonna fire him or what, but who knows? But I just don't understand. I get it. In this difficult world, things are different. Like, hell, like I said, I did a Zoom call this past week. Hell, every week with my team, we have a weekly huddle, and actually none of us can see each other. It's just audio. But even still with the audio, are you serious? Let's move on. All right, you guys. So the next thing that I want to talk about, and I'm probably going to retire these people, the Braxton family, the Braxtons. They are now. Number one, I love me some Tony Braxton. I jam the hell out of Tony, but good God, this family, they got so much shit going on with them. When you think about the Braxtons and who all has, come in to try to help them. You've had Dr. Sherry's whiny voice ass try to help them, which she ain't did shit. You had them call on Bishop T.D. Jakes from here in Dallas. You had Iyanla try to help them. Nobody has helped these women. Like, I would say they need God and Jesus, but you had a man of the word of the cloth try to help you, and y'all still got shit going on. But I say all that to say the trailer for Braxton Family Values just recently came out. I don't remember what day it came out on. It may have been Tuesday or Wednesday. It was Tuesday. Or it was Wednesday, whichever day it was. The trailer came out. I guess Tamar had no idea about the trailer. She saw the trailer, she reacted to the trailer, and she's upset about them, because I didn't see the whole trailer. I just saw the part where Tony, Tawanda, Trina, and Miss Evelyn were talking about her and her suicide attempt. Which, speaking of which, I didn't even see them talk to Tracy. But they do Tracy dirty anyways. But we see Tony. So Tony was in the studio when she got the phone call about it. And I don't know what Trina was doing, but like I said, we got reactions from everyone with the exception of Tracy. So she saw that. She didn't like that. And then shout out to Ashley Miller. She tweeted, and Tamar quote retweeted her about the trailer. She said, and this is not a direct quote because I didn't get it, but Ashley watched the trailer. She was wondering when all this stuff was filmed, and basically Tamar said that this shit was refilmed, was staged. I'm like, so damn, y'all went that far and restaged some shit that had already happened. Now, I do get Tamar's frustration with that. That is fucked up in itself, that they would come and restage something. But here's the thing. If the cameras were actually rolling when Tamar had her, had that, that suicide attempt, and that was the girl's natural reactions, she wouldn't have, she would still probably be pissed off, but you have to chalk it up to, hey, they were filming a show and it happened. It is fucked up. Because, her and WeTV, she doesn't work for WeTV anymore. And that's the crazy thing about, the Braxton family, the Braxtons, that kind of bothers me when it comes to those girls. You guys are, because you remember a few seasons ago when they all walked off set and they stopped filming. It was all of them with the exception of Tracy. I know Tony filmed here and there, but for the most part, Tawanda, Trina, and Tamar walked off set and stopped filming, and that's when they brought in Natalie Nunn, Phaedra, and her comedian, Tracy's comedian friend. I can't remember what that woman's name is. And and they brought New York in too. And Flavor Flav. I watched that shit, but it was the most boring shit I've ever saw in my life. But yeah, I look at them and I think to myself, like, you guys, actually more specifically, Tamar is the one that shopped around Braxton Family Values, and WeTV picked it up, and they've been on there for umpteenth years now. And now they're getting to the point where they say that the show is coming in between them. I can't really say that show is coming in between y'all. I think the show is magnifying issues that you guys just basically have been sweeping under the rug for years and years and years. Like, I think that's what the issue is with Braxton Family Values. I think you guys are sweeping stuff that you need to address under the rug. There's a lot with this family. And I was in Roxanne's comments yesterday on her Top of the Blogs, and I was having a conversation. I was saying that I feel, when it comes down to the girls, that Miss Evelyn is, she is like the root of some of the problems with the girls. And then, some people came at me, and we had a healthy discussion, and I respect healthy conversation, because, we were saying that, we can't put it all the blame on Miss Evelyn, which is correct. I'm not placing all the blame on her. I'm saying that she's part of the problem. I'm not saying she's the only problem. She's part of it. Michael Braxton Sr. adds to it as well because he cheated on her, and that's where the issue for me comes in with Miss Evelyn. Miss Evelyn has not been able to move on from that. That is the big issue. She's not been able to move on from the fact that he cheated on her. God knows how many years ago that was. But she has not moved on from it. We see it, that she's still bitter toward him. I mean, after all this time, he's been married to Ms. Wanda for how many years? Like, it's time to just say, you know what? That's the past. Let it go. But the other thing is, when it comes down to Miss Evelyn, I don't, my thing was, who knows what she said in front of those girls or around those girls. They heard her say about their dad. That's another thing. And like I said, once again, we can place blame on Michael Braxton Sr. He wasn't there for his girls. And then when they try to toss him about shit, again, what they do, sweep the shit right under the rug. So I think, at this point, Miss Evelyn and, they daddy is stuck in their ways, so they not gonna change. But damn, like, y'all really didn't do a number on y'all kids. Now, Mikey, he stays away. I don't know what he's like, but these girls, the women, the girls, Tracy, Trina, Tawanda, Tamar, Tony, they got issues. Like, what was it when they were talking to Yanla? Like, Tony said that she wouldn't. I mean, if these weren't her family, she wouldn't talk to them because she doesn't really like them like that. I'm like, ugh. I do pray for them. I really do. I really hope that all of them get help that they need, because they all desperately need some help. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Are you guys watching Braxton Family Values when it returns? Now, I will say that I have never, I didn't watch a single episode of Tamar Get Your Life, so I don't know nothing about what happened with that. But if you guys want to let me know what happened on it, please let me know in the comment section below. And let's move on to the next story, you guys. All right, you guys, and there's probably going to be another story that I'm going to retire as well. Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. So I did miss last week, and last week Tory Lanez was charged with one count of assault with a semi-automatic firearm and one count of carrying a loaded concealed firearm in a vehicle by the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office. And so that's that. Now this week he came back and he did a live, and in the live he's talking about how some shit doesn't add up with this whole Megan Thee Stallion story. Honestly, you guys, like I said, I'm tired of it. This shit happened back in June or July? I think this shit happened before the BET Awards, or it might have been after the BET Awards. Can't remember, but I know it was the summer. I think it was before. Actually, you know what? It was before the BET Awards, because people were talking about if she got shot in her foot, why was she able to still perform for the BET Awards? So yes, this was before the BET Awards, and that was in June. And here we are in October, and we are still talking about this story. Like I said, I didn't watch Tory Lanez live, so I don't know what he said. I just know the bits and pieces of what he said. And, when it comes down to this story, I feel like there's some truth in between both parties. I don't know where the truth lies, because neither one of them are saying anything. And, they're saying that, we know what happened. If y'all know what happened, why don't y'all just say it? I mean, it could be because of the court case. That could be another reason. But at this time, like, it's, I still stand with Megan. I'm not sitting here saying that I don't stand with her. I still stand with her. But it's just, honestly, for me personally, if y'all not going to come out and say exactly what happened, how it happened, because again, like he's saying, shit don't add up. But I mean, there were 4 people in the car. She didn't. I'm assuming she didn't shoot herself in the fucking foot. The driver didn't shoot her. I'm a hope. And then the security guard or whoever he was. So by reason of deduction, reasonable deduction, that leaves you, Tory. So like I said, it's just a lot with this story. I'm honestly at this point, I'm tired of it. But if anything else comes out, I'll talk about it. It'll be in some small talk. But that's going to do it for that segment. And then let's move over to something that I really want to talk about. And it might not be long, but it's just something I want to talk about. All right, you guys. And then next, let's discuss my girl, Beyonce. Yes, Beyonce. I don't remember what day she announced that she is dropping some more of her Adidas by Ivy Park line, and it'll be released actually October 30th. Is that next Friday? Is that next Friday, Beyonce? I think it is. It is. You would miss me. Like, today is my payday, but you know what? I can drive Uber Eats and make up a little extra money. So it ain't even still. I don't really know extra money. I got money. All right, Beyonce. Because last year, was that last year when she dropped it? It was. When you dropped it the last time, or it was earlier this year, one of the two, earlier this year or late last year. When you dropped it the last time and that shit sold out, I was extremely pissed off at you. Like, I was highly pissed because I wanted those shoes at that time. And even the shoes that she, because she modeled her clothes and she modeled her shit. And them green shoes, I'm in love with those green shoes. Gotta have them. Gotta have them. But yeah, you guys, Drip 2 drops next Friday. If you're interested in it, be there and be ready to drop some money on Beyonce. Girl, you just know how to take people money, don't you? That is all you are. You just love to just snatch my money. Like, I sometimes, Beyonce, I do get sick of you taking my money, but at the end of the day, I love you, so you can have it. That's really sad. I discuss myself at times. But that's all I want to talk about was Beyonce, and she's dropping her Drip, Adidas Ivy Park by Ivy Park. Let me know if you guys are interested in it. If you're not, that's fine. If you are, let me know what you're interested in. Let me know what you are thinking about buying. And let's move on to the last story that I want to talk about. All right, guys. So this last story that I'm going to talk about is Shonda Rhimes. So she's opening up about why she left ABC. Now, when I originally saw the article, the headline of the article is so petty. It's talking about $154 for a Disneyland pass, and I'm like, that's petty. And I was saying it on Shonda's part, but then when I read the article, I was like, oh, okay, that actually makes sense. So Shonda said in a candid interview with The Hollywood Reporter that she began to feel restricted by the pace and Let me start over, you guys. Shonda Rhimes said in a candid interview with The Hollywood Reporter that she began to feel restricted by the pace and constraints of network TV. But that wasn't the only thing that pushed her to ditch the broadcasting company. According to Shonda, the final straw came when she had planned a day for her family to attend Disneyland. Rhimes had been given an all-inclusive pass to the park, one of the perks of her ABC relationship, and had negotiated for a second pass to give her nanny, she said. However, on the day her family was scheduled to visit the attraction, Rhimes realized her sister would need a pass as well. She explained to The Hollywood Reporter, so Rhimes wasn't accompanying her family that day, and her sister couldn't use her pass because they aren't interchangeable. Okay, and that makes sense why she's asking for a different pass, because if it's not interchangeable, that means that her sister wouldn't be able to get in and her sister would have to pay. Got it. And, she said that, she got pushed back and was told, we never do this. So eventually she said she did get the extra pass, but said that it failed to work once her family arrived at Disneyland. Rhimes then dialed up a high-ranking executive, hoping the situation can be quickly handled. Now, during the conversation, Rhimes told the Hollywood Reporter that she was allegedly told, "Don't you have enough?" I mean, that's fucked up. This woman brings y'all so much money. Like, let's talk about all the shows that Shonda Rhimes has on the Thursday night block. Actually, the Thursday night block is all Shonda Rhimes. Grey's Anatomy, Station 19, formerly How to Get Away with Murder, formerly Scandal. Those 4 shows were hers. Oh, let's go back to Private Practice. That was her show as well. So she has given y'all 5 shows that have done well on your network. And you're going to say, don't you have enough? The fuck? I mean, it's just a principle at that point. Like, this woman brings y'all so much revenue, and you gonna ask her, don't she have enough? Don't you have enough? So she said, she then hung up the phone with the executive after thanking him for his time and phoned her lawyer demanding that they find a way to get her to Netflix. I do not blame her at all. Like, that is just rude and fucked up. Like I said, the woman brings y'all so many, like, Grey's Anatomy has been on for how many fucking years at this point? I don't know how many years, but it's been on forever. Grey's Anatomy, actually, you know what? Grey's Anatomy has been on since I was in high school. And I've been out of high school since 2007. You do the math. And y'all gonna ask her, doesn't she have enough? How to Get Away with Murder. That was on for, what, 5 seasons. So it came 5 seasons. You had Scandal that was on for years. Scandal was on when I was in college. And then, you got Station 19, which is a new show. Like, again, I get it. Yes, maybe. Yes, can she afford $154? Absolutely. But it was just the principle of the fact that y'all gave her this, and I think that's what the big issue was, the fact that y'all gave her that pass, and when her sister got there, she couldn't use it. Now, yes, Shonda, like I said, Shonda could have called her sister and said, well, girl, I'm a Cash App you, I'm a Zelle you, the $150 is fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. But the fact that they make a big deal about $154, so fucking stupid. Really stupid. But you guys, that's going to be it for the week's hottest topics. Let me know what you guys think about all the topics that we've discussed in this video. Like this video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button so you guys are aware of when I drop anything else. We will do this every week, same time, same place. Until the next one, you guys, stay safe out there, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, wear your mask, socially distance, and until then, I will see you guys later. Bye.